Hey guys, went to the Drake concert, well the Drake and Migos concert on, I guess it was Wednesday, August 22nd at Scotiabank Arena, downtown Toronto, and we checked out Drake and Migos. I was super excited about this concert. I couldn't wait. It's hard to get tickets to Drake. I know I have a lot of hardcore Drake fans who are my friends, and they have a really hard time getting tickets to Drake concerts, so we really lucked out and got those tickets this time. So the concert was supposed to be, I believe, August 12th, I think. It was supposed to be August 12th. It was a Sunday, and of course, most of you probably know it got postponed until 2 weeks later, and it was a Wednesday all of a sudden, so that's a little awkward probably for some people. It was okay for me. So it was August 22nd. He was doing 3 shows, but as you've also probably heard, the Monday one got canceled. We're not quite sure why, what the problem was. So it was postponed, and then it was postponed again, basically. So too bad for the first people, the Monday people. That really sucks. Luckily, I was going to the Wednesday show, so it did not get postponed. I wondered if it might. So I've heard some different reasons why it might have been postponed. I think now it's coming out that Offset from Migos had some drug charges. So yeah, I guess he couldn't travel, or he was dealing with that. But then I know, I think 2 of the Migos guys were at the VMAs that night that they were supposed to be here in Toronto. So I'm not quite sure if that's when it happened or what was happening. I guess he couldn't travel if he had drug charges. And then Drake did that video at the hospital with the girl, which was a totally cute video, but I guess, you know, that was good PR right there. He was like, I canceled my concert just to come do this, which I highly doubt. But anyways, he has an amazing smile, so it kind of made it all okay. I watched that video. I was like, wow, what an amazing smile, eh? Did you guys see that video? It was pretty cute, but I guess if I had had tickets to the Monday night concert, I might not have found it so cute. Because basically they're like, due to circumstances out of our control, we can't be there. And it was like the day of, they said that. So people didn't, if they were coming in from out of town or traveling to see this concert, they're kind of messed up. Anyways, I didn't have that problem, so I was okay. They made it on Wednesday and it was all good. So we did not want to miss Migos because really we love Migos a lot. I thought I might like Migos like almost the same as Drake, but after this concert, I think I'm more a Drake fan. I mean, I love Migos. I love certain songs of theirs, but I guess I hadn't heard all their songs, and some of them I'm like, it's a little too new rap for me. So I love a lot of Migos songs, you know, probably the ones that most people know, you know, Walk It Like I Talk It, Stir Fry, all those, you know, Versace, all these ones you hear all the time. I guess I'm more like a poppy Migos fan because sitting through their whole, and I did sit, I didn't stand for most of Migos, so I wasn't that into them, but I really like Migos. I don't know, I guess they have a lot of other songs that I haven't heard. Maybe I need to discover them and get more into them. I heard that Offset actually didn't even make the Tuesday night show, the show before ours. So they had a concert Tuesday in Toronto also, and I heard Offset, one of the 3 Migos there, didn't make it, I guess because of his drug charges or whatever. He didn't make the Tuesday night show, so that would suck for the Tuesday night people. So I'm glad I went Wednesday when everything had kind of gotten together a bit more. So all 3 Migos were there for the show I was at. You know, they just kind of walk around the stage and do their thing. They're not very... it wasn't that entertaining, I guess. Like, I like to see something, some dancing, or like someone with a lot of character or something like that. I like a lot of their songs. They were good, but of course we were all waiting for Drake. So they went on at around 8, I think. We got there really early. I usually never try and make the openers, but I knew it was Migos, and so I was like, I can't miss that. So we got there around 7:30. It was supposed to start at 7. Got there around 7:30. Migos, I think, went on around 8. And they played to about, I don't know, almost 9, like 8:45, something like that. Then there was a break. And then Drake came out, I think around 9:30. So the big star came out around 9:30, and just something about his state. I guess this is why the show was postponed, I heard, is because the show is very technical and takes a lot of projections and all this stuff. And it definitely did. It was pretty awesome. I thought he had some pretty awesome high-tech things, which I'll talk about in a sec. But basically his stage was like an LED screen, basically, and things were being projected onto it or whatever. The start, he came out and there was like a veiled kind of curtain-y thing around him. He sang his first few songs. His first few songs were from his new album, so I wasn't as knowing them as much as the rest of the concert, but they were brand new songs from his new album, and I knew that, but I haven't heard them too much, so I'm not like right up on that. Other people were right up on that. They're bigger Drake fans than me, maybe. So he was behind this curtain thing, which I guess it was okay for the opening, but he did quite a few songs behind it. I was like, okay, come out now, like come out, Drake. But they were projecting like his face and different things on the curtain that he was behind, and you could kind of see him walking around. It was okay. I thought the curtain should have come up a little sooner. But anyways, it finally came up, and he did some big song, I'm sure. I'm trying to remember what it was. One of those big songs that everyone knows. Of course, the crowd is going wild throughout. And I think he did Running Through the Six. And there was all like water, like waves below him, like projected or whatever. And it was, at one point it was a pool. At one point it was, a cell phone with his like Instagram, and what else was it? It was so many different things. It was really cool. It was fire. So his stage was in the center of the arena, which I really liked, so he could play to everyone in the arena equally. And we were pretty high up, but they were really great seats. I think all seats were probably great seats at this concert. And I think that's a really important thing for people to think about. I think that's a great thing when all seats can be great seats. There's not like, oh, I'm in a really terrible seat, I can't even see him. We saw him the whole time. There were no obstructions. There were nothing wrong. So he was right in the center. It was a huge stage, and he played to everyone around the arena. So I thought that was really nice. I thought his effects were awesome. He had like fireworks falling down from the sky on him, and he had if you've looked up this concert, you've seen he had like a full-size Ferrari. I guess it was an actual car. I don't know if it was a car or a shell of a car, but it was floating around. I thought it was going to be a laser, but it was actually something, because I saw them like moving it when it came down from being up. So it's flying around the arena on one of his songs. What else happened? So many cool things happened. There's a lot of effects. A lot of stuff happening. So that was awesome. He sang a lot of songs. One thing I didn't like about this concert was, so he did a medley of like all his, I guess, best hits from back in the day. Like back when it was like real rap and it wasn't so like singing and stuff like that. All those old songs, he did like a medley of all of them, but it was like 30 seconds of each. So I'd just get into one, I'd be like, yeah! And then it would be over. And then another awesome one, yeah! And then it would be over. And I thought, okay, maybe he's doing a medley and he'll revisit these later, but he never did. So I felt kind of sad, because my favorite, I don't know if it's other people's favorites. Maybe he's appealing to more like the people that just listen to him on the radio and all his big famous songs. But I mean, these were famous songs: Energy, Trophies, all those forever. All those types of songs, like the real like rappy ones. Yeah, it was just a little medley of short clips of them, and it was awesome. It was awesome, but I really wanted to hear more of those songs. And then later he sang other songs that I was like, okay, and he sang them for a long time, not just a little moment. So I would have loved to hear at least one of those songs in full length almost, but that wasn't gonna happen, I guess. And so that was a little disappointing to me because all my favorite Drake songs were in that medley. All his earlier work, kind of. Anyways, but I like his hits too. It's just a different Drake. And then he was joined by Migos at one point. That was nice to see. They did a little, I like it when guests are there and then they do a song that they do with him in the middle. That's cool. When there's some kind of like, you know, collaboration there. So Migos came back out. They did Walk It Like I Talk It with Drake. Walk It, Talk It, I guess it's called, with Drake. That was really good. I really enjoyed that. I love that song. And they did Versace, which was good too. And then Travis Scott came out too. We had everyone. Travis Scott came out. He did a song with Drake. And then he did, I think, one of his own songs after that. So I love Travis Scott and Drake on stage are pretty cute. They're just like jumping around. They're bouncing around, dancing, bouncing goofily around. I really like that. I like that energy. That was fun. Migos are a bit like that too. I like that just like bouncing around vibe on the stage. It's fun. It's like little kids bouncing around. It really appeals to me. Very cute. So that was entertaining. Then Travis Scott went away. Drake came on his own again. And what did he do? He did some big songs, like recent songs, like Kiki and all those ones that are out right now. What else is the big one right now? Nice for What? All those big songs he did. He did some new stuff, some other new stuff that I wasn't too familiar with. And yeah, he talked a lot about how he loved Toronto and how, you know, this is the first year he hasn't done OVO Fest. I guess people were thinking it might be happening, but now it looks like no, because August is coming to an end. So he was just talking about how he loved Toronto and how Toronto shaped him into the person he is and all the multiculturalism and all the, you know, it taught him how to be an awesome person. And he was talking about how he goes all over the world and tells them, you know, Toronto taught me this. I don't know if that's just, you know, what he says when he's in Toronto, but anyways, it was nice. He gave a lot. He said we're all family. He said, you know, he went on and on. At one point, the stage by laser became like a basketball court, and someone shot you know, various shots from different places in order to try and win money. I think they won the first one, the 250, but it went up to 2,500. He didn't make that, the half court shot. But that was kind of weird. It just I mean, it's cool, but it had nothing to do with the show. It just someone came up and shot some basketballs. I mean, that's awesome. It looked really cool. The court, the LED court, looked really neat. And then he sang some songs on the court, and I thought that was nice. He had some dancers come out. He had dancers, but he didn't use them too often, so I don't know why not. Why not have some dancers? It's always entertaining. So I think he had 6 dancers, and they came out twice. So they came out, or 3 times maybe. Not too often. They just did a few dances and then went away. Did a few dances, went away. So they weren't, I guess he's a standalone star. He doesn't need his dancers. But dancers always make something more like exciting. So, and usually I find often at rap concerts, serious rappers, they often don't have a bunch of dancers with them. It's more the fun people like Pitbull and stuff have dancers. And I find it really entertaining. I mean, not that I'm not entertained by the star, but I think dancers just add. It's like, you know, fireworks and, you know, the stage and the dancers and the costumes, and I just think it adds. So they came out, they were in some like OVO gear and like basketball OVO suits and stuff. Yeah, they were really good. They really added. I thought they were awesome. I thought they could have been there a little more, but anyways, so I really liked the stage. I liked that LED screen thing. I really liked the concert. I thought it was awesome. I thought it could have been a little more of that old awesome rap stuff, but maybe he's moved on from that and he doesn't want to do big sets of that. So there was just a quick medley. Kind of gave me a little bit of a tease there. I was like, oh, this is what I like Drake for. But anyways, awesome concert. Definitely, I would go check out another Drake concert. I've never been to a Drake concert. This was my first. and it was very Toronto and very Drake in his hometown. It was awesome. I love Migos too. Maybe I need to look into them a little more and like learn about all the songs that I don't know about of theirs. Maybe I could get into that. And Travis Scott. So it was like a mini OVO fest. Drake was awesome. He is quite the performer. I really thought he was awesome and had a great time. It was a pretty long concert. And yeah, I guess that's it. Stay tuned for more concert reviews, fitness tips, and all the other stuff I do on this channel. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe to Fit Meg on YouTube, and you can follow me on Instagram at fit_Meg. Fit_MEAG. Check me out on Instagram. Tell all your friends about my channel and let me know what you want to see more of. Let me know how you liked the Drake concert if you were there. Bye guys.